Top of the morning, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub, gem dropper and a definite showstopper. Happy Friday. Happy Friday for those of you guys who had yourself a very difficult week and you made it through the week and you made it all the way to Friday. You deserve what's coming up next. 2 days of nothing but rest and relaxation. You deserve it. Just know you've earned that right. We're going to wait a couple minutes, see if anybody comes up and joins us in this live. And if not, we're just going to get right into it. That's what we do up here. Give it about another minute or so. I was supposed to start this live at 10 a.m., but I missed you guys way too much, and I figured I'd start it an hour earlier. Do a little recap about the Toronto Raptors, my squad, and the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Overall entertaining game. There's a little bit of history made in last night's game that we got to talk about. Yeah. History was made in last night's game in Toronto, Ontario that we need to speak about. Yes, we do. How's everybody been? Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna get into it right about now. Yes, sirree, Bob. Last night, man, the Toronto Raptors. They had a visiting Los Angeles Lakers that came into Toronto last night. And overall, it was a pretty entertaining game. It was an alright game. I got to double check and see exactly how many free throws that the Los Angeles Lakers had last night because realistically speaking, I mean, don't get me wrong. Austin Reeves had a hell of a game, but some of the little ticky-tack fouls that they were getting, the way the game was explained to me, when you're a jump shooter, you're responsible for jumping straight up and landing where you took off from. That's how I always understood that, that was a jump shooter's role. Like when they teach you how to do a proper jump shot, that's what you do. Straight up in the air, and you usually land right back where you took off from. So when you see an individual like an Austin Reeves taking a three-point shot, so that means you have to start from behind the three-point line, release your shot, and you're advancing in front of the three-point line, where the defensive player now gets called for a foul. All I'm trying to say is that some of those calls that were made last night, if you ask me personally speaking, a little bit ridiculous. There's no reason why I believe an Austin Reeves should be getting Michael Jordan and Kobe-like foul called. Those type of calls. He's not that type of superstar, in my humble opinion. So, to see an individual like an Austin Reeves be getting all them calls. Luka wasn't there. And between me and you could kind of tell how Austin Reeves is actually benefiting from having Luka as a teammate. His offensive game looks even that much more impressive. And because Luka wasn't there to get those little ticky-tack calls, they ended up transferring that over to Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves looked like the star on the Los Angeles Lakers last night. He really did. He really did. He's the one that scored the majority of their points. They were running their offense through Austin Reeves. And they ended up leaving Toronto with a 3-point victory. That 3-point victory, even though I'm an individual that comes out here and I dog the proclaimed king as much as I do, that was an excellent pass he threw over to the corner to Hachimura for him to hit that 3-point shot at the buzzer. Excellent pass. And in my humble opinion, if LeBron James decides to modify his game to being that type of player, the Lakers can actually do some things this season. And unfortunately, right now, I don't think he's doing that because that's something that he wants to do. I believe he's doing that because he has absolutely no choice. Because you know why? Father Time is speaking to him right now. That streak, that 10 points, it's over now. So Toronto Raptors, you could take a little bit of pride in going down in history. As far as I'm concerned. You ended that LeBron James streak. Not to mention that Scotty Barnes, you're part of history. When he was at 8 points and he turned around to do that fadeaway jump shot, Scotty Barnes, you blocked it. Yes, you did. You blocked his shot. So you are also part of history. You held him to 8 points. Impressive. But all that to say, look at that. LeBron James did not achieve 10 points. He didn't achieve his double digits. And what happened? They won. As an individual, that should tell you something, Mr. King. That should really tell you something. That should actually tell you that if you decide to modify your game for the betterment of the team, good things could possibly happen. In my humble opinion. I mean, hey, I could be wrong. But I'm just going by what I see with my eyes. LeBron James did not achieve 10 points last night. He decided to pass that ball to the corner to Hachimura. And what happened? They won by 3 points. Versus you coming back onto the floor, being blown out to achieve your 10 points, and you lost that game. So which one do you think works a little bit better, sir? Because no word of a lie, like those past couple of games, your age is really starting to, you're really starting to look your age, as far as I'm concerned. You don't have that explosiveness anymore. You have people blocking your shot at will because you don't have that lift anymore. The only answer for you, Mr. King, is for you to modify your game. That's the only answer. That's the only answer that'll make any type of sense whatsoever. You need to modify your game. You need to play more like what you played like last night, as far as I'm concerned. In order for the Lakers to continue doing what they're doing, Mr. King, stop worrying about the amount of points that you score and worry about involving the rest of your teammates, and good things like what happened last night will continue to happen. In my humble opinion. 8 points. You scored 8 points, LeBron. That has to hurt a little bit, I know. I mean, how many years has it been since you haven't finished a game in single digits? Or what, over 20-something years? That's a hard pill to swallow. But the mere fact of the matter is you swallowing that pill had your team win last night by 3 points. Whatever it was a very good decoy because, honestly speaking, I'm not telling no word of a lie. If I was the coach for the Toronto Raptors, I would have played like you were going to take that shot too. Why? Because you were at 8 points. Because we needed because we were looking for a win. I would have figured you would have definitely took that shot and lived with the results. You see, LeBron James before being called out for stat padding in Phoenix, if nobody called him out for that, guaranteed LeBron James would have taken that shot last night. But because of the mere fact of the matter that now, unfortunately, you can't hide from that light that's shining on you right now. Because everybody and their grandmothers speaking about the fact of the matter that you had no business being on the court with a game that you guys were getting blown out by in the fourth quarter. And I think that was your motivation to swing that ball to the corner and hit a wide open Hachimura for him to hit that winning shot last night. But as a basketball fan, I can honestly tell you, Mr. LeBron, if you modify your game to that for the rest of the season, where you're involving the rest of your teammates, some good things could happen for the Lakers. You guys still haven't figured it out on the defensive side of the ball, unfortunately. But in terms of your offense, It could be a very, very well-oiled machine if you modify your game to play the way in which you played last night. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I was kind of hoping the Raptors would have done what they had to do to come out of that gym with a victory last night. I really did. I don't know, for some strange reason. I don't know. BI, he was playing a little bit hesitant, like he was intimidated in somewhere or something like that. And you know, I saw the way the game started. I wasn't really worried about the start of the game though. You know, even though the Lakers had the lead going into halftime and all that type of stuff, I wasn't really worried about that because I did feel that Toronto was going to be able to put a decent little run together, and they did. They really did. But I'm not going to be an individual to cry over spilt milk, but I do believe that the Lakers got the benefit of the whistle last night, and that really helped them out. I got to double check to see how many times they went to the free throw line versus the Toronto Raptors. But I'm just going based on my vision, what I saw. Some of those calls, especially the calls against Austin Reeves, was a little bit ridiculous. It really was. It was a little bit ridiculous. But I can't take anything away from it. The Lakers did what they had to do. I got some co-workers right now that are some big-time LeBron fans. So I know once I go into work today and I see them, I'm going to have to deal with the verbal abuse. Because, you know, they know I'm a Toronto Raptors fan. They know that I'm not really a King James fan. So you mix the two of them, it's not made for a good formula. But I'm a big boy. I could take it. I'm definitely a big boy. I could take it. I mean, hey, if I'm going to be out there throwing words when things are going my way, I got to be out there accepting the punishment when my teams are shitting the bed. I was hoping last night's game would have went into overtime because I think Toronto would have, you know, they might have been able to pull it off in overtime. There's a lot of things I could take away from last night's game because they didn't have Luka and they lost by 3 points. Basically, what that tells me is if Luka was there, there's a possibility that, you know, they might have lost that game by a hell of a lot more than just 3 points. That's what that tells me. Because of the mere fact of the matter that Luka was there, I thought we had a very, very, very good chance of walking out of that gym with a victory. And it didn't happen. Some people are going to say, yeah, the Lakers struggled to beat the Toronto Raptors, so how good are they? I'm not really looking at it that way. The fact of the matter is they dug deep and they found a way to win. Plain and simple. And they found a way to win playing good basketball. They found a way to win playing unselfish basketball. I mean, you know, I would love to be here taking digs at the Lakers, but hey, the way they played last night, can't take anything away from them, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Their struggles are going to continue to be for the rest of the season on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to continue to say it. They don't have enough players that pay attention to the detail on defense. They really don't. And with the way Austin Reeves was playing on the offensive side of the ball, if they played some defense where they could get some stops, they had no business being in a tie in the fourth quarter, hitting a last-minute jumper in order to win the game. They had no business being in that position, in my humble opinion. I think, you know, on the offensive side of the ball, they played well enough to really walk out of there with at least an 8 or 10 point lead. But their defense continues to let them down. That's where the problem lies. I think Toronto should have swung the ball a hell of a lot more on the offensive side of the ball and made them move a lot more to tire them out for the fourth quarter. That's what should have happened. But hey, it is what it is. We lost. They won. LeBron James' streak is over. Now he's a mere mortal like everybody else. He could actually have finishing games in single digits. Oh my goodness. Are the LeBron James fans going to be okay? That's the question at hand right now. Are they going to be okay with the fact of the matter that he finished the game with only 8 points? Are they gonna be able to really get through the rest of this day? I mean, it was 8 points. It's okay. He's human. He could score 8 points from time to time. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. As long as it results in a victory, there should be nothing negative taken away from that. But for some strange reason, it's not going to sit well with the LeBron James fans. It's not. They're going to find every excuse in the book. Now we're going to talk about the fact of the matter, oh, well, he's 40 years of age. Does he have a uniform on? Is he getting paid a substantial amount of money? Then I really don't want to hear about his age. If his age is really a factor, take the uniform off, hang it up, tie a knot in your shoelaces, and throw them over a telephone wire. It's that simple. Because we're not going to be, one thing I will not allow, especially up here on my particular platform, I'm not going to let people to play both sides of the fence. No. It's not going to be convenient to your convenience that you're going to want to talk about his age when he's not producing. But then if he comes out and has a 30-point game, whoa, a 40-year-old is doing this to the league. He's the greatest thing around. You can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. If you're going to put a uniform on and you're going to be out there playing the amount of minutes that you play, then you're open to all the criticism that anybody else is subjected to. Plain and simple. That's what it's all about. I can honestly tell you, though, I get the impression that, especially in year 20 or 21 or whatever year this is, the game is really not fun to LeBron James right now, honestly speaking, because he's not used to taking all this negative publicity. He's not used to media individuals taking pop shots at him. I mean, okay, content creators like myself or whatever the case may be, whatever, we're nobody to him. But now when people on his own level are starting to call out his BS, he's not used to that on such a wide scale. So you can tell he feels a little bit uncomfortable with the way things are operating right now. And every day, somebody's calling something else that he does out. He's not used to that. That doesn't sit well with him. He's used to being the guy that everybody likes. So now when people are starting to say like, oh, wait a minute, he really is not that guy. But that's what life is all about. A lot of people say he has the attitude. I can't really say much about the attitude. If you really take a look back in history, the majority of superstars had an asshole of an attitude. Yes? The majority of them. I mean, every positive thing you heard about Michael Jordan was pertained to basketball. But as an individual or whatever the case may be, you didn't really hear too many nice stories. You understand what I mean? Kobe Bryant, forget about it. Kobe Bryant was an amazing basketball player, but the younger version of Kobe Bryant, I couldn't stand his attitude. I thought he was a selfish bastard. The younger version of Kobe. It wasn't until his later days that I started to have total respect for him. So, for him to be classified as not a nice person, I could kind of understand because, hey, we've lived a lifetime of superstars that were considered to be not nice people. I don't need him to be nice. We're not friends. We don't hang out. I don't need you to be nice. I just need you to live up to what you want people to claim you are. If you want people to claim that you're great, live up to the greatness. That's all. Just know on this particular channel, like I'm going to try. It's going to be a very, very difficult thing, but I'm going to try my best to just deal with people in their own individual errors. I'm not going to really get into the comparisons. I'm going to try my best to stay away from that. I want to give everybody their glory in their own time frame, plain and simple. So I don't want anybody asking me who I think is greater between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. If you want to ask me who I'd rather have on my team, that's a totally different question because now you're asking me my own personal opinion. But I'm no longer going to compare errors. It's not fair to the players, and it's not fair to their legacies. Plain and simple. Because the same way I don't like the fact of the matter of the younger generation trying to compare LeBron James to a Michael Jordan to try and mess up his legacy, is the same way the younger generation shouldn't feel good when we talk about Michael Jordan, how great he was, because it's taking a shot at LeBron James' legacy. Let's let people be great in their own legacy, period. That's it. I know it's a hard ask, because a lot of things go into factor when you're talking about errors. The game, the way it was played, the way it was reffed, the way it was coached, everything. So allow individuals, they deserve that right. They worked hard in their particular the error to achieve their greatness. Allow them to be great in their error, period. That's how I'm going to try my best to approach it. It's not going to be easy, because a lot of people tend to do that. They revert back to what they knew to compare to what they're learning now. You double tap the like, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. Sub up to the channel if you can. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome aboard. Try to put smiles on your faces to make sure you guys have yourself a blessed day. It's Friday, man. Don't let nothing stress you out. No matter how bad things could be at work or whatever the case may be, remember one thing. It's Friday. That means that after Friday, the majority of society have 2 days to recuperate, revamp, and get back out there and do it again. Yeah. Amen. Florida life. Hey, if you're saying Florida life, I'm assuming that you live out there in Florida. And if you're getting that sunshine on a regular basis, that's a perfect name for you. Florida life. Life is good. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have yourself a blessed day. Love you too. Tell your friends about me, please. Yeah, that's my goal, man. My goal is to make this channel here grow. So I'll be up here talking spitting my opinion on a regular basis. Does that mean that my opinion is going to be right? No. Well, my opinion is going to be my opinion. That's all there is to it. And if there's individuals out there that have a different opinion from mine, hey, I'm more than happy to come up and discuss it respectfully. The one thing I won't tolerate is any disrespect, and I'll try my best to be as respectful as possible. And when I say that, I mean I ain't calling nobody out of their names. I'm not, the speaking down on somebody. I'm not calling somebody stupid because they have a different opinion from mine. So hey, you eat, sleep, and breathe Florida. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Salute, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, man. Honestly speaking, I just try to keep my opinions authentic and pure. I used to be an individual that added a lot of my own personal feelings into an opinion. So it's a work in progress. I'm trying to keep my own personal opinion. Like, for example, like I tell people, LeBron James is not my favorite individual. And if you listen to any of my content last year or any time before that, I took pop shots any chance I got. But after last season, I said, you know what, man? I'm doing exactly what he wants us to do. We're all doing exactly what he wants us to do. You continue talking about him, you keep him in the algorithm. So you know what? Nah, I'm not going to talk about him no more until he's doing something that deserves to be spoken about. You could ask me anything. Go right ahead. Please do. Yeah, I'm not going, listen, the reason why I'm up here talking about him today is because of the mere fact of the matter that he did make an excellent pass in order to win that game. Funny jokes? Of course I love funny jokes. I love to laugh. Love to laugh. I spoke about Proclaim King the other day because of the mere fact of the matter that he was on the court in the fourth quarter with a game that his team was getting blown out. He was on the court just to acquire 10 points. So we have to talk about things like that. Why did the dragon have wings? Why did the dragon have wings and feet? Why did the dragon have wings and feet? Your guess is as good as mine. Do tell. He's a dino. Okay. Okay. BC Dino have wings. I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. I wouldn't have gotten that one, honestly speaking, but okay, I got you. You're absolutely right. Cheers to you. You're absolutely correct. Wow. Me do a joke. Okay, you want me to do a joke? If Bronny James and Angel Reese were to actually hook up and have a baby boy, that baby boy's name would be Brick. You may not get it, so you know what? Every day a bus goes to heaven. Jesus. Honestly speaking, if you're asking that, brick like a wall, that's right. If you're asking that particular question and you're being serious about it, I would probably ask for more time. Yeah, I would probably ask for more time. I still got some things I'd like to correct. You're a little sick? What's wrong, man? Suffering with the flu? Gotta take care of yourself, man. Stay warm. Make sure you're taking your medicine. And get better soon. Okay, yeah, fever. Okay. Well, drink a lot of liquids, man. If you don't have to work, stay in bed today. Sleep it off. Hopefully you're an individual that won't have to work on the weekend. So you got 2 more days to recover and recuperate. And by Monday, you should be brand new. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Florida. Florida is life. I do appreciate you. What you see is what you get, man. What you see is what you get. I'm an individual, the content creators that I follow, I consider them to be real ones. Your throat will be hurting. Wow. That's not good. That is not good. Sore throat. I hope you got somebody there that's kind of taking care of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for subbing up. I probably wouldn't make him a meal because I'm not that much of a very good cook. How about that? How you doing? Who are the Lakers playing next, and when are they playing? I'm kind of curious. Pay attention to that, man. Any team they're playing with an over 500 record, which means that they have a winning record, so to speak, or whatever the case may be, are going to give the Lakers a hard time for the rest of the season. Well, okay, if you would take a glass of water and be thankful, I could definitely do that. And if he and really and truly, if he insisted and really wanted me to get in that kitchen and chef it up for him, I'd be able to do a little something. I just don't consider myself to be a gourmet chef. You have a monster figure. That's what's up. Yes, and cool. Nice. Congratulations to you, man. Somebody, please tell me, man, who are the Lakers playing next and when are they playing? I need to know. I'm going to be following that very carefully from here on in. I had said that when LeBron James came back from his injury, I had said that they were going to go on when he came back from that so-called injury he had, that butt injury, I said that they were going to go on a losing streak. He's made a liar out of me so far, because they haven't gone on that losing streak yet. You have 3 dragons. What are you? You're a member of Game of Thrones? Congratulations to you then. More power to you. Number 5. Okay. Well, if that's the situation, you probably will know. When is the House of Dragons supposed to be coming on, the new season? Because the House of Dragons is not gonna. They're not gonna have the same effect like what the Game of Thrones had. Unfortunately, Game of Thrones took forever to present a new season. Like every time we had to wait for a new up and coming season, we had to wait years for that. But the thing of the matter is that show was so good that we were able to wait those years that we had to wait. People waited anxiously. House of Dragon, man. I mean, because they take so long to come back with a new up and coming season, they're gonna start losing people. You understand what I mean? They gotta find a way to bring the seasons a little bit quicker, because I can't be sitting down and waiting 2 to 3 years for another season. I don't even know who Mario is. Mario who? Mario Van Peebles? Who's Mario? Super Mario. Nah, I prefer Luigi. Yeah, Luigi was my guy. The game. I know now we were talking about Super Mario. Yeah. No, I like Luigi. My friends, I don't know, man. Lakers, who are we playing next? I kind of want to see them play the Detroit Pistons. I'm looking forward. I don't know. I mean, if they're out here on the Eastern Conference right now, hopefully Detroit's on their schedule. And if it is, I want to see that game right there. Yeah, I heard what he said, but I don't no time for that type of nonsense.
Yeah.
I try my best to read most of the comments, and the ones that really aren't making sense to what I'm talking about right now, I just have them keep it moving. Because I know there's a good possibility that they might be trolls, and I'm okay with trolls. Trolls continue to type in my chat. It helps my algorithm. So yeah, please. As a matter of fact, trolls, I'd appreciate if you guys sub up. Straight up. I have no problems with that. I like to have a good laugh from time to time. E-Double, that's me. Double the Innocence is my channel. E-Dub. Indeed. I'm a Raiders fan. Die-hearted. Right now they're in Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles. I don't care if you put that team on the moon. That's my squad. That's me. E-Double. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's me. E-Dub. E-Double. But one thing you guys got to understand, if I'm a Raiders fan, that means my skin is very, very thick. How do I feel about your Seahawks? Okay, I'm gonna talk to you very, very directly right now. Your Seahawks. My youngest son, that's his favorite team. So I've been going back and forth with him for years. The main reason why I have a hard time even showing that team any type of support, and even though this might sound very, very petty, those lime green god-awful uniforms tick me off every time they wear it. Yes. But all jokes aside, they got a new coach, and that team looks pretty serious this season. You think so? Okay, the NFL, you're saying the NFL is rigged, but now if you try to pay attention to the majority of sports, won't you get that same feeling? Basketball. The way they took defense out of the game and the way they make every single little touch a foul, wouldn't that be considered a little bit rigged also? As a matter of fact, I think if I was to compare the two, I would probably get the impression that the NBA is a little bit more rigged than the NFL. Possibly. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. So, I mean, one more joke. From me? I look like Dave Chappelle? Okay, let me see what I can do for you. Nah, I can't do it just like that on the spot. I ain't good like that. But if one comes to my mind, I will be sure to share it with you. You mean for the NFL, you watch the games from the early 2000s? Who's your favorite team? Just out of curiosity. Eagles. Nothing wrong with that. They're a good organization. CFL, yeah, I'm a big CFL fan. I mean, I live out here in Canada, so I gotta love the CFL. And college, the only reason I was never able to get into college football is because there's way too many teams. And also, during the regular season, I feel that the matchups aren't fair. When you're seeing one college team beat another college team like 54-2, there's something wrong with that, no? Okay. What does the Dino have wings? Is the Dino have wings? Yeah, that's me. He double 515. Do tell. I will. You see, like now the holidays are coming up, so you have the bowl games and all that kind of stuff. I will be invested into the call. Like I like the championship games. It's more okay. Hold on one second. It's more so resources allocations for that determines those blowouts. Is that what it is? I just feel I just feel it like the matchups aren't right, and I think a lot of reasons why those matchups are the way they are is to keep those big schools like the LSU's and the Alabamas to keep their records winning. Sorry, partner. Wheezy and Craig. I usually have people do that for me, so I can't relate to what you're talking about. Sorry. Watching from Australia. Do me a favor, put your flag up in the comments section. I love when people are watching me from a different country. So any one of you individuals that happen to be watching me from a different country, please, and you're going to type in the comment section, lead off with your flag. Please, please, please. Australia, top of the morning to you. Love you guys. I'm hearing you. There's the flag right there. Australia, Australia, Australia. Appreciate your support. I do. For any of you individuals that are up here right now, please, if you're not subbed up to the channel, don't be shy, man. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing up here. I mean, hey, it is. It's very, very... Okay. Yeah. From Angela. Clear Visions 2005. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? How are you on this Friday morning? That individual that just put that up, I don't take, what you don't take, or whatever the case may be, you're using that word. We use that in the Caribbeans, do. So, you happen, by any chance, are you Caribbean? Put those flags in the comments section. Do me a favor, tell me, I can't really see the colors. Where's that flag from, though? Do tell. Come on now, I want to big you guys up from whatever country you guys are from, man. Put the flag and put the name of your country. You guys will definitely get a shout out from me here. That's my dream, man. I want somebody from every single part of the world. Germany! Keep making those beautiful cars, man. Germany, Germany. Angula, put that flag in the comment section, my man. Clear Visions 2005, put that flag in the comment section. Appreciate you. There we go. Angula. Welcome, 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 welcome. I appreciate every single one of you individuals, man. I hope my video is reaching a lot of you guys in good health. You know how we do. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Angula. I'm sounding it out. I really hope I'm doing it justice. I'm not trying to butcher no country's name, none at all. There you go. I'm trying my best not to show my ignorance. It's just that, honestly speaking, if somebody was to ask me exactly where Angula is right now, I couldn't really tell them. But I don't really care. I'm just happy that you're there and you found me. So now I know someplace different. Yeah. Yes, 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 that's me. So right now, LeBron James, he seems to be the world's hero for the fact of the matter that he sacrificed scoring 10 points for the betterment of the team. For that, come on, everybody. Everybody stand up. Let's give this man a standing ovation. Yes, sir, Bob. Thank you very much, LeBron James, for actually putting the team first. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do. That is what we call king-like behavior. Do you understand? Us serpents, us peasants, this is what we look up to. These are the leaders that we need. LeBron James is the GOAT of the NBA history. I hear you. I hear you. LeBron James is the GOAT. You know, I mean, and that's why he did what he did. He did GOAT-like things last night. Appreciate you. Yeah, he really did. LeBron James had that ball with just seconds left on the clock. And you know, LeBron James wanted to pull that trigger and hit that shot and become the world's hero once again. But what did he do? He saw out of the corner of his eye one of his teammates open in the corner. And what did he do? He gave that no-look pass. Won the game. That is a king. Is the GOAT. Yes, he is. Yes, LeBron James is a GOAT. But you know what? In my country, in Jamaica, you know what we do to a GOAT like a LeBron James? We curry his ass. That's what we do. We make curry goat and we boil some white rice and we fix our family up real nice. That's what we do. So do me a favor, send that Billy Goat to Jamaica and we will fix him up proper. That's what we'll do. That's right, man. Sunday supper will be great. Yeah, Wemby is the future. Jerk goat? I don't know about jerk goat. I've never had a jerk goat in my life. We jerk chicken out where I come from. But we curry the goats where I come from. So LeBron James will fit right in, especially at his age, because that's what we do. We grow them, we feed them, we get them nice and fat. And you see when they get old? Sunday supper. Yeah, that's what we do. And if there's any fellow Jamaicans out here in this particular live video right now, give me 2 thumbs up if I'm telling the truth. What will LeBron James be if he was a GOAT out in Jamaica? What would he be right now? That's right. We'd be planning for Sunday for his tale. I'm telling you that right now. Sunday supper would be... There you go. Thank you. Yeah. What? We would curry that down, man. Oh, my goodness. Let me stop. Wow. Unfortunately, I'm going to continue saying it. I think that LeBron James maybe should have thought about retiring with some reggae sauce. Absolutely. But that's right. 2 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up. Yeah. A GOAT like him, man. Trust me, we'd make good use out of him. Good friggin' use. Families wouldn't go hungry for at least a year with a GOAT like him. Yes, sirree. Well, that's my time, people. A big arse GOAT. You're absolutely correct. Seriously. So predictable. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to hide from that. You're damn Skippy. I'm a Jordan fan. Were you around to see this guy play basketball? Plain and simple. Even if you were somebody that were a hater of Michael Jordan, you had to at least respect the way he approached the game. You had to. I'm a Jordan fan, through and through. Named my firstborn son right after him. So yes, I am a fan. I'm not going to hide from that. Proud Jordan fan. You're calling me Jordan 2.5? I'll take it. That's a compliment. I'll definitely take it. You got to think of it this way. Michael Jordan's been out of the league for, I'm just going to round it off. Okay, let's say he's been out of the league for 15 years. Appreciate you. And he doesn't even have to come out to try and justify his greatness. At no point in time have you ever seen him come out when they were trying to do the comparisons and all that kind of stuff. Did you ever see him come out to try and justify where he feels he stands in it? No. You have individuals like myself that had an opportunity to witness his greatness come out here and debate that for him. But we have heard LeBron James say that he considers himself the GOAT, yes? Where I come from, greatness doesn't have to talk about greatness. They just have to be great. 15 seasons. Thank you. He hasn't played for 15 seasons, and yet still, have you ever seen Michael Jordan come out and say, oh, well, I think, yeah, like I did a lot of great things back in my day, and that. He doesn't say that. He doesn't have to. You want to see the great things he did? Just go YouTube it. He's an individual that has his game speak for himself. Plain and simple. Weezy and Craig, man, just keep typing because, I could ignore you because really, like I said, you're not really adding anything to this conversation, but at least you're helping my algorithm. So keep typing your garbage, my friend. I appreciate you. It's Prime Jordan. Okay, you know what, man? I honestly think if you put prime Braun against a prime Michael Jordan, Braun would be lucky if he scores 5 points. One-on-one. Michael Jordan has a package. He has a bag. He has a fadeaway. He has a jump shot. He has a way to get to a certain spot and pull up. He has all those stuff in his arsenal. LeBron James is very limited with what he has in his bag. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Dikembe Mutombo was a lot taller than LeBron James. What did Michael Jordan do to him? That really has nothing at all to do with it. I'm sorry. One-on-one, my friend, Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley used to dog LeBron James up one-on-one. That's right. And you've heard all the Miami Heat talk about the fact of the matter that LeBron James could never beat Michael Beasley on a one-on-one. You can't beat Michael Beasley, but you're going to beat Michael Jordan? We got to stop this nonsense, man. We really do. We got to stop this nonsense. Thank you. One-on-one. I'm sorry. I mean, we're talking one-on-one, friends. And that's what we're talking about right now. You want to bring that to the table and ask me, who do I think would win a one-on-one between Michael Jordan and LeBron James? And I'm saying it again. I personally do not believe that LeBron James would even score 5 points. Okay, and even if he did score 5 points, Michael Jordan, I think, is still going to wash the floor with him. Plain and simple. Clear vision, that's what's up? Yeah, it's possible. I could be talking trash, but I'm standing on my own truth and belief. That's all. Jordan would win hands down? Yeah, I think so too. I really do. I personally think Jordan would win hands down. And like I said, you just got to look into the simple fact of the matter that Jordan has much more of a package. Oh, thank you. Okay, I got you now. I understand. The other guy, yeah, talking nonsense. But I will tell you though, like most of the time when I get that and I see people actually stand on that saying, no, I'm crazy that LeBron James will destroy Michael Jordan, I already know what era they're from. So I can't blame them for that. You got to understand that because of the mere fact of the matter that when they speak with that much passion, they're from the LeBron James era. 95% of the time, they didn't have the opportunity to see both players. They only had the opportunity to see LeBron James come into the league. So I understand those guys thinking that he's the greatest thing that's ever been born. I understand that. Unfortunately, with my age, I was able to come with a little bit of wisdom. I got to see Michael Jordan come into the NBA. I got to see Michael Jordan go through his growing pains in the NBA and become the champion he was. But what people fail to realize is I had that same opportunity to watch LeBron James do the exact same thing. So I could afford to compare the two with my own eyes and form my own opinion. So whatever you hear from me when I'm talking about both those individuals is just opinion based. And I personally feel I've given enough to this game. I've had the opportunity to play this game at a younger age. So that's why I feel confident enough to be able to come up here and comment on this game. That's all, from my own personal opinion. That's it. And not everybody has to agree. And the people that were born in the LeBron James era, stand on your truth. Back your king. I don't blame you for that. I just chalk that up to a tad bit of ignorance because you just don't know. And my mom used to tell me from a very young age, those who don't know better, you cannot expect them to do better. That's it. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, they say, to your point, right there, they say that Luka Doncic at the age of 17 was better at the age of 17 or 18 than LeBron James was at that age in terms of numbers and all that type of stuff. So Luka's an individual. They're saying that depending on how long he plays, he's an individual. They're saying that could destroy whatever numbers that LeBron James has right now. So there's going to be a couple of players, especially these younger guys or whatever the case be. There's going to be a couple of players that are going to be challenging his numbers. Jordan was trash. There you go. Another individual that was born most likely in the LeBron James era. That's one way of looking at it, I'm telling you. That's one way of looking at it, you know. And the only problem that a lot of people have with LeBron James fans is the mere fact of the matter that they just don't deal with realism. You understand what I mean? Like, hey, I could afford to say Michael Jordan, in terms of basketball, was my basketball god. But I could also say that he wasn't exactly the nicest person in the world. Some people could even put him in the category of being a complete asshole. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, the way he is off the basketball court has nothing at all to do with me. I could care less. I cared about Michael Jordan, the basketball player and the athlete. That's all I care about. Plain and simple. Floyd Mayweather was one of the best boxers I had the opportunity to see. I mean, as a kid, Marvin Hagler and all that type of stuff or whatever the case be. But Mayweather, as far as I'm concerned, signifies exactly what boxing's all about. To hit and not get hit. So he's probably one of, if not the best boxers I ever had the opportunity to witness. But I hear he's an asshole. Do I care? I'm not about somebody that likes to flash their money, and those type of people are real. They're kind of annoying to me. To me, I believe that they you know, they're a bit of show off. So would he be somebody that I could see myself hanging around on a continuous basis? Absolutely not. But prime Mayweather, any fight he's fighting, I want to be in front of a TV watching that. Because that was my guy, where boxing was concerned. And I personally believe that that's what a lot of people need to start doing. They just need to start taking their own personal feelings out of something and just judge somebody on the art and the craft that they're giving you. That's it. Plain and simple. We don't have to muddy the waters and make it a lot more difficult with a lot more nonsense or whatever they can. We don't got to do that crap. Nah, there ain't no reason for that type of stupidness. Yo, Clear Vision 205. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate all you guys that came up here and spent a little bit of time with me, man. Hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope you guys will be back when I'm up here again. I'm going to try to come back up here and do another live today. Crawford. If you're talking about Mayweather, the individual, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that would agree with you that he's a dickhead. He's not a very nice individual. He's a bit of a show off and all that type of stuff. But let's talk about Mayweather, the boxer. What do you think about his boxing abilities? Do you give him that full credit that he deserves? Because I definitely do. What do they tell you you're supposed to be in boxing? What's the art of boxing? To hit and not get hit. What is Floyd Mayweather probably the best at doing? Hitting and not getting hit. His defense is immaculate. The man grew up in a gym from he could crawl. So I mean, that's an individual that has boxing in his blood. And he retired with a record to prove exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, well, listen, Bud Crawford is a different beast. Bud Crawford is the man of this era right now, realistically speaking, for his boxing abilities and stuff like that. And that would have been one individual, prime Bud Crawford, fighting a prime Mayweather. Whew. That would have been the one individual I feel would have given Mayweather everything he had and could have possibly pulled off that victory. Yeah. Yeah. But there's a lot of different reasons why I respect Mayweather, because of the mere fact of the matter that in Mayweather back in his prime, I can't remember who it was that he fought, but the individual that he fought against fought well enough where they gave Mayweather the victory, but a lot of people said that that particular fighter got robbed because he did enough in that fight and they believed that he actually beat Mayweather. You can't teach Mayweather's instincts. So yeah, and believe it or not, I was one of the individuals that watched that fight, and even though Mayweather was my god, if I was my guy, if I was being 100% honest, I believe that yeah, that guy really did look like the more impressive fighter in that fight, and he did get robbed. The reason why I respect Mayweather is because what most people do at that particular point in time, especially if they fight a fighter that gave them much more of a hard time than they expected, and they walked out of that with a victory, they usually put that fighter in the rearview mirror. They're not looking to really mess with that fighter again because they had problems with that fighter and they realized that that fighter is possibly could beat them. So they'll stay away from that. Hence Oscar De La Hoya. What did Mayweather do when he heard all that talking? He re-signed to fight that fighter again. And the second time he fought him, he annihilated him. I respect that. Because that shows me you really do, especially where boxing is concerned, you have the heart of a champion. Oh yeah, people think that this guy really actually did beat me? Let me go put that talk to sleep. I respect that. Where you had an Oscar De La Hoya who fought an individual like an Ike Courtier, where a lot of people believe that Ike Courtier actually beat Oscar De La Hoya, but they gave Oscar De La Hoya the decision, and Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to have anything at all to do with him. I beat him once, that's good enough. When the announcer said, yo, would you have a rematch? What was Oscar De La Hoya's first response? Oh no, do you think people really want to see that? I don't think people want. Who are you to be talking for what I want to see? I would have loved to have seen that rematch. All that tells me is you don't want to have nothing to do with this guy. Plain and simple. And in my era, I had an opportunity to see a lot of great boxers. I mean, Pernell Whitaker, amazing boxer. Prime Evander Holyfield, amazing boxer. That whole camp, Meldrick Taylor, amazing boxer. Meldrick Taylor actually was the first person to beat Julio Cesar Chavez up until the last round when he got hurt and the referee stopped the fight. I believe that the referee could have given Meldrick Taylor a standing 8 count, Let him finish that fight, and Mildred Taylor did enough in that fight to beat Julio Cesar Chavez on points. But because he was hurt, the referee stopped the fight right away to keep Chavez's undefeated record intact. Jake Paul versus Joshua, they're both garbage to me as far as I'm concerned. I don't really have any respect for neither of them. Jake Paul, I mean, you know, as a businessman, I got to respect what he's doing. But I don't respect any fighter that handpicks opponents. I just don't. Joshua, as far as I'm concerned, a big piece of turd. You know, I mean, like, you know, somebody who he looks like he has all the abilities in the world, but if you blow on his chin, he might go to sleep. So, miss me with that garbage. I'm not very big on the heavyweight category anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not very big on it. Like, for me, it kind of cuts off at, like, middleweight, stuff like that. Those are where you get some. And unfortunately, once boxing went to having so many different promoters, they weren't putting the fights that should be there out. So I start to lose a little bit of interest in professional boxing. You know, they make fighters that should be fighting in their prime fight each other past their prime. Like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. Those two fights or three fights were absolutely amazing. But between me and you, those fights should have taken place back when they were both in their primes. Yeah, UFC's decent. UFC's pretty decent. They need to pay their fighters a little bit more, but I mean the product that they put in the octagon, they make fighters fight each other and stuff like that. That's the one thing I like about it. And the mere fact of the matter that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Dana White right now has his hand in boxing. Hopefully that might actually ignite champions fighting champions a little bit more regular. I mean, I grew up in the era where Sugar Ray Leonard fought Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Or Tommy Hearns fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Like, champions fought champions. Roberto Duran fought everybody. Champions were fighting champions. We need to go back to that type of boxing. We didn't have to wait forever to see some quality boxing. Now it's too far few and in between. Because the promoters are holding out for a bigger bag. It's getting tiring. Yeah, it's getting rather tiring, people. But all that to say, I need to get out of here now, man. I got some stuff I got to take care of throughout this day. On that note, man, I want each and every one of you guys to, like I said, have yourself a blessed day, man. Stay positive. Stay warm, wherever you are. Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub is out. Hope to see all of you guys on my next live. Share, like, and subscribe, man. Tell all your friends about me, man. Hey, have a blessed day. Ghost outside. You be easy yourself too, partner. Bless.